I'm going across what were the daffodil fields. As you can see, the daffodils are long gone now. And there's a lot of agricultural weeds, I suppose you'd call them, or wildflowers. There's chamomile, lots of shepherd's purse, pineapple mayweed, willow herb. Just trying to spot them as I'm walking along. Clover. And some sow thistles, some daisies, quite a variety. Quite a few insects around as well, which is nice to see. So this is what happens to a field that grows daffodils when the daffodils have gone over. There's also quite a lot of fat hen here, and I might not pronounce this right, but I think it's Persicaria, which was grown as a cover crop on these fields last year. So the whole field was that beautiful blue purple colour. There's quite a lot of white butterflies around on this field. In the adjacent field we've got potatoes. Which have got lovely little purple flowers on them. I'm heading towards the chapel of St Ias. So I'm in the Reens now, and it's very warm outside. Crossing the field it was very warm, and in the woods here it's cool and very tranquil at the moment. That lovely dappled shade. It's really lush still in the woods. I said in the previous film that the wood seems to stay sort of very unchanged throughout the summer, really, after the bluebells go over. No signs of change of colour in the leaves in this part of the woods. It's very quiet as well, like in my previous woodland walks. There's not really a lot of birdsong, if any. The birds must be resting after their busy nesting season. Just started the video because I can see a robin. I saw a blackbird earlier, now I can see a robin. I also did hear a jay a few minutes ago. I also heard a wren before, so that's a wren, a robin, a jay and a blackbird. And that's the only bird life I've seen so far. Lots of butterflies and insects though, which is good news. Now in the clearing by the Reens rocks, this old hazel tree. This was carpeted completely with bluebells last time I videoed it, I think. I don't think I've done one in between. This one always amazes me. It's another of those fairy tale trees with the ivy growing all the way up it. Looks much gentler in the summer when it's clothed in leaves though. This is a little mini quarry. These stones are mining markers that people used to mark out their mining territories, I suppose. It was a heavily mined area. I'm just approaching the little chapel, or the remains of the little chapel, the footprint of it, but you'd never know it was here. Just completely grown over in here. It was excavated in the 1970s, which I've mentioned this before, but you may not have seen all of the videos that I've done about it. This is I'm just coming around to the front of it now. That's the wall at the front of it. It seems that throughout this woodland, the sycamores are curling up and finishing their season. This part of the woods is quite difficult to navigate because the paths are quite overgrown with brambles and they're not very clear. It's not often used, this part. And since I said there was very little bird life around, there certainly isn't birds calling, but as I've been quiet and walked quietly, I've seen actually quite a lot of birds. I've seen a song thrush, wren, a few more blackbirds. So they're probably, I'm sure they're all around me. I'm just not alerted to them because they're not calling. One of the things I've enjoyed about recording these walks is that it's actually helped me to notice more details and more changes than I normally would. And in noticing them, it helps me to celebrate them and appreciate the time of year, whatever time of year it is. I'm sure the sycamores were always the first tree to go over, but I hadn't noticed it before, and it's only because I've been filming, I think, that I've really noticed it. Because I'm looking for signs of change all the time. And the idea of posting these onto YouTube was really to keep me committed to it. If I say I'm going to do something, I'll usually do it. If I was just doing it for myself, I probably would have stopped. But if I've said that I'm going to do it to any sort of audience, or even if it's just a friend, then I will commit myself to doing something. I probably have issues about self-worth there, but that's why having recorded them, that's why I've been posting them to YouTube, for a record for myself, but also to help me to notice the changes and to enjoy them and celebrate them a little bit more. There's a really strong smell of balsam around here. I don't know whether it's this plant, and I can't remember the name of this plant. It may well be. I have printed with that plant actually, so I should have remembered its name, but I don't. Still lots of butterflies around. Glorious day. Thank you for joining me on this walk. I'll post the details of the previous walks in this location in the description. Until next time, goodbye.